I find it funny how you're bringing up the Reece Jenkins documentary, and I'm pretty sure that's when you found out about this podcast was from his episode, and now you're doing like all of his races, the
Yeah,
Pegasus Slam,
yeah,
and like you know him personally,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you're like part of that community.
Yeah, and that was only like, yeah, that was only probably about 2 years ago, maybe. And now all of a sudden, you're in it. Because when I used to see like, it's hard to even remember now, like how you even end up like being in contact and friends with all these people, and all of a sudden, like I can't even like think like the first time like you like, all these like contacts, whether it was on Instagram, Strava, whatever. All of a sudden, you're like seeing all these people do this stuff, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then like at the time, you might be like, oh, I don't know if I really want to do that. I might be a bit like sort of out of reach or whatever, or maybe not even that interested, even like pushing that far. And before you know it, you're like running with all these people, aren't you? You're friends with them, and then yeah, next thing you know, you're bloody doing the slam. It gets a bit it gets a bit out of control, doesn't it? But yeah, it is true. Yeah, like yeah, I think that probably is around that same sort of time, and seeing the podcast and like yeah, there's a few episodes of the podcast that really stand out. Like Grant's episode really stood out to me.